Alright, hey guys, we're back and gonna look at more Tour 9 holes here. So let me jump in here real quick. And we're looking at the new hole again. This time we're gonna go at it with an apocalypse approach. I've been switching my bags up kind of regularly for you guys just to kind of show you a whole bunch of different viewpoints. You're going to see some rock that I've done, you're going to see some Thor, and you're going to see some apocalypse. I'm assuming that you know, if I had to choose, apocalypse would be you know, ideal, but I wouldn't use it at a 2 or a 3 on this tour. I would go with Thor's hammer because it's going to have accuracy above apocalypse until it gets to a 4. So in these lower level clubs, you know, I'd rather use a Thor's hammer, but additionally, if you were to you know, have a developed rock and maybe not Thor's hammer or apocalypse quite to the level that you want, it's going to be a very manageable tour with rock as well. All you really need to do is put a lot of these shots into play. Notice I'm gonna back off on my top spin pretty much across the board for you guys. So I'm gonna hit it out more like an Apoc 5 would, and we're gonna focus on kind of the middle of the fairway. I'm gonna play close to maybe about 6 rings for a win like this, and also keep in mind that you know, I can't go full power, so you're gonna see me back off, and we're only going to use the amount of bars that we can to keep it well short of that very last edge. All we really have to do is focus on getting the ball into play here, and we're going to set ourselves up nicely to get it down to a pitch range with a short iron. That left method over there that we used to always go is essentially obsolete anymore. You can still hole out from over there, but not knowing the third wind is going to be, you know, it's going to be smart to just always go over this method. It's nice for me to see when my opponents have the sniper on, because I feel both new par 3s have the advantage if you have the Guardian on. So it'd be really beneficial for me to see one of the new par 3s. And, you know, he'll have a slight advantage on me if we do get to the old hole. However, you know, whatever I do with a sniper, I can essentially do with my Guardian. It's just going to come down to having a little bit less accuracy, which could end up costing me some precision. But what you're going to see is, for the most part, you know, I can go relatively full here. That's right at max club there. So I'm thinking in the neighborhood of 6 rings here. So you're going to just see me overcorrect there and go 6 rings. I used the shot button and went 1 beyond 5. And you're just going to see me hit it up here. Ooh, it's a little too much topspin. One of the things that I was saying earlier on was, you know, I'm going to try to fluctuate between 2 and 3 on my topspin. And it looks like this time, since it was a little downwind, it just pushed into the sand. So no big deal overall. We can still execute, but it's going to give us that, it's going to kind of take away that advantage to potentially hold out here. It's going to be a very low percentage holdout now. But one of the things that it will do, you can see from that wind angle that I would have to move the ball to a lower elevation if I was to go for that backspin shot that you've seen me been doing. And anytime you move your target to a lower elevation, if you do have a pitch, then you're going to want to make sure you do a little bit of an undercorrection. And if you haven't seen me do that pitch yet with my short iron with the backspin, definitely check out some of my other Tour 9 shots on this 9th hole. But here you're going to see me play from the sand, which will also be beneficial to you. So with my accuracy on Spitfire, I usually play this kind of close to 1.5-ish per ring. So it looks like, you know, putting it at about half club, I would probably play this at about 3 per ring, more or less. And you're going to see me take advantage of that side spin to keep it away from that rough edge here. And I'm just going to try to bump it like this. And, you know, very close to what I just mentioned, being about 3 per ring. You're going to see me maybe just go over 3 rings here. So let's try this real quick. And I was able to get perfect ball, so at the very least, you know, we're going to give this at least a half decent run. Just a little bit of an underplay on whether or not I set up not a little bit too straight. And with that side wind, maybe those second and third bounces just kind of were a little bit too affected by the wind that I couldn't straighten out my ball enough to actually make that. But you can see, you know, for the most part, gave it a good run there. Probably would have worked out a little bit better if I tried to do maybe just a little curl back to just kind of straighten it out a little bit. And it would have probably been a very good shot. But at the very least, you know, we get to shoot out. And, you know, I'm going to do the best that I can to give you guys another viewpoint. But unfortunately, we got one of the old holes, which is going to favor my opponent, just like I was mentioning. This is kind of his only real advantage when he has a sniper and I don't, would be to see this hole pop up. So what you're going to see me do is I'll set up a little bit short and to the left, kind of like this, because the wind is pointed to the left, or from the left, I mean. And, you know, I usually play a little bit towards mid-club, which would maybe be 1.5 per ring. So you're going to see me almost play 4 rings here, not quite. Just more of a mid-club adjustment for me. And let's see how this looks. And just not quite enough correction on the way that I put my angle, but all things considered, 1.6, not too terribly. You know, I can win a lot of shootouts with that, even against sniper. But the one thing to worry about more than anything is, you know, hitting a great ball. If I was to hit a great ball, it might, you know, take me outside that zone a little bit more. But all in all, if you can average 1.6 on this hole, you're going to win more than you're going to lose, absolutely. Regardless if it's I'm playing against. Now, looking at this guy's shot, one of the things that I'm noticing is his angle might not be quite pulled back short enough. So I'm thinking that, well, now he's short hitting it just a tiny bit, and that might actually help balance out, because I had a feeling he was going to run through a little bit deep, and he actually hit the hole anyway. So moot point, but you know, that was going to come in a little bit hotter, and it was going to have the chance to lose had it not hit the hole. So just something for you guys to keep in mind when you play your guys' games, that you know, make sure you're being precise with your angle that you're pulling back at. And had my opponent not short hit that right at the very last second, you can see him move it up to the very front. Probably, you know, helped his ball go in. Otherwise, it would have came in an extra ring hotter than that. So, you know, good luck with that hole, guys, and catch you guys on the next video.